we present to you Around Productions.
What's good, everybody? Make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to get right into it, and we're going to look at this video that I saw on TikTok of this woman who is explaining what she hears when she hears from men that they need to choose better men. Let's get into it.
Ladies, when you hear a man tell you to pick better or choose better men, what did you just hear him say?
What I hear is that I'm stupid and that all the things that a guy has put me through is my fault because I made that choice. Especially if he's a black man, the tune that starts ringing in my ear is that there's a lot of bad black men out there. I just have to have the discretion to pick the right one. Despite the overwhelming dating culture in the black community being how much game do you have? How much can you manipulate somebody to talking to you, to entertaining you romantically? Despite the experiences that I may have, I should have the innate ability to pick a good partner because it reflects on how good of a person I am. And if I choose a bad partner and I have bad experiences, then it means I deserve everything that I get because it means I'm a bad person. That's what I hear. I'm gonna be straight.
How do you hear that? This is the pure and exact example of what men talk about when we say that when we say one thing, women hear another thing. Like, we can say one thing and directly express what we're saying, how we're feeling, what's going on, and y'all will hear a whole different. You ask us if a dress is cute, we'll say the other one looks better, so you think this dress is ugly, and say the dress was ugly. I'm just saying that dress looks better for the occasion that you're trying to go for. We pick a color. Pick a couple of colors. Okay, red and blue. You don't think purple and yellow? Like, do you have an issue with the... No. You asked me. I said red and blue. I'm talking about relationships, and you tell her that you're just not looking for a relationship right now. Am I not good enough for you? Negro, ain't nobody said anything about you being good enough, or lack thereof. I'm just not ready for a relationship. Oh, so you're a hoe. It's endless. I don't understand what's going on here for you to conceive if somebody is telling you that based upon the patterns of the men that you keep choosing, that it's time for you to start taking accountability for your actions and pick better men, as a way of saying that you're stupid and that you deserve all the trauma and hurt and harm that was caused to you in the relationships that you've been in because of the bad men that you have chosen. Now, fool you once, shame on them, right? But fool you twice, fool you thrice, and 4 and 5 and 6 times, at some point, you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror. You can't be blaming everybody else. You can't blame the men or you was just in a bad relationship with a bad person. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. You cannot just put the blame on the bad men. At some point, there has to be a reflection. And any person that you choose to entertain and put into your life reflects you. There has come points in my life where I've had people who are bad and no good for me in my inner circle, and I've had to look in the mirror and take accountability for having those people in my circle, and like, yeah, I shouldn't have had those people. There was a bad influence on me at certain times, or they allowed me to be insecure, or they allowed me to not speak up, or they allowed me to, they influenced me to do certain things that were out of my character. I have to take accountability for that. For you, ma'am, not to take accountability for the men that you choose to entertain back to back to back to back. If you have a pattern of bad men and you have come to the conclusion that it's the trashy men in this world and that there's a massive population of bad men, instead of looking in the mirror and saying like, I really ain't, you may be the problem. For these women out here who are saying, that they're just trashy men, they can't find good men and all this other type of stuff. And we say, choose better men, take accountability for the men that you entertain and the actions that you have caused in these relationships or the participation of these relationships. You hear that you're stupid Maybe you are. Maybe you keep falling for the same hoopla over and over and over again. You over here like Charlie Brown getting duped over and over and over again. Maybe you are the problem. Maybe you are you're not too bright. Especially if you hear a whole different concept aside from what we originally said. We said choose better men, and you hear you're stupid and you deserve the hurt and the trauma that was caused to you in your relationships. Ain't nobody said that. But wait, there's more.
I'm gonna be straight up. What annoys me so much about this type of ideology is the verbiage. Only Future can take responsibility for Future's actions, because what starts to happen is, let's see another shorty start with Future, he make her baby mama start treating her no type way. The type of I'm gonna be telling the shorty is, oh, he should really dog you even more because you knew, and now you sitting there complaining like you ain't know, like you know he cheat, you know how he is. Instead of saying, dude, why do you keep cheating on shorties? Why do you keep knocking shorties up? What you do, like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of y'all saying that, y'all like, yeah, he finna be, you know how he is, you know how he is. Y'all start excusing his behavior. And really, what really be blowing minds, if we really finna be, a lot of us shorties, we some Bob the Builders. We build the bears. We AJTV type shorties. You feel me? We take on projects because a lot of y'all have problems. If we really finna be honest and out there, you know what I'm saying? We really think, oh, he know where home at. Yeah, I'ma change him. Type.
You see the issue here? Not only can you not take accountability for the men that you choose to entertain, but will continue to be in a relationship. Now you over here getting dogged out. Now you over here getting abused. Now you being mistreated. Now you being cheated on. Now you turn into a baby mama. But you knew from the start that he wasn't ish. You knew from the start that he was trash, but yet you still choose to get into the relationship, and yet it's the man's fault. It's the majority of the men. It's the men it's our fault that we're not holding people who are trashy responsible for being trashy. We're supposed to change them. Somehow I didn't know that men were responsible for being miracle workers and missionaries to try and help trashy people become diamonds. And then she continues with the nonsense saying that a lot of women are Build-A-Bears. Miss, that's not even in your description as a divine feminine. That's not even in your description as a woman to do. You're not supposed to carry his burdens. You're not supposed to tolerate his BS. You can't change him. Only a man can change himself. Now your priorities are out of whack. And instead of you telling the women that you can't change a man, instead of encouraging women that they need to choose better, and that you know when a man is trashy from the moment that you introduce yourself to him and start entertaining him and have a conversation with him, instead of you telling the women to be aware socially and physically and emotionally aware of the men that you are entertaining, you want to put this back on the men. That makes no sense to me. I really am frightful of the lack of social awareness that a lot of women display on social media. It's terrifying to see that you have these sets of women that complain about trashy men. They are not socially aware of the pattern of trashy men that they keep entertaining, that they keep being attracted to, or that they keep attracting. I don't know how you can lack so much self-awareness and common sense to the point where you can't tell a good man from a bad man. You might come across a couple of hiccups. We're not going to say there's not going to be a few bumps down the road. But at the same time, I can look at somebody. I can have a conversation with that person. I can look at their profile. There's just certain things that you can know about a person and tell whether or not they're going to be good for you. And the fact that you can't take accountability for that speaks a lot on your character alone. And for the fellas at this point, when you come across women like this, you just got to let them be. Ain't no back and forth conversations and arguing and trying to speak some light into her. Just leave her in the dark. Leave her for the streets. Because there's some women out here who just love to be hurt. Like they love to play victim. They have personified themselves with their trauma, with their hurt. And you just can't get them out of it. They have to get themselves out of that ditch. They want to talk about how all men are trash and stuff like that. They have manifested that into their own reality. So leave them be. But let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the whole matters at hand. Let me know personally how you feel about this whole topic at hand. concerning accountability, relationships, all that good stuff. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video with other people, and like the video. Alright, it helps out with the algorithm of this video, and it gets this video out to more people. So until next time, I'm Tyrone, and I am